Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb, as always. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. What a hell of a day it's been. And by day, I mean a hell of a time. A hell of a time, ain't it? To be alive. Be alive. You've been handpicked to be alive at this moment in time. God thought of every detail. Let's get to what I'm talking about. You know that they are bidding for us. Now, this wasn't something that they just came up with. They studied your ass. They studied you as you worked in the field. They came up with a book saying that there's 8 different types of Negro based on their personality. But they didn't understand what they were witnessing was the different tribal aspects and the responses to certain stimuli. They wasn't dealing with a whole people like they thought. So consequently, you had a different. Are you hearing me? So if I can remember a slave fresh out of slavery, then it's not historically old. The woman sat on the front porch and told us stories about the plantation and the white master. This porch, decades ago, it's not that old. So why have they tried to destabilize the black family? To destabilize the black man. That's why you remove the black man. How's it happening? Because the teachers are literally sidelining the black boys in favor of the black girls. But ask yourself why? Why? Because they understand a black girl ain't going to stand up and fight against them. She'll lay down with them. Oh, and while we're on the laying down aspect of it, you need to understand other races. You need to understand. Or you can choose not to understand. That woman was meant for that man. If you've been with that woman, she has already given you the kiss of death. That gives you some kind of carte blanche to have opinions about black men. You finna get fucked. She don't rule us. Now, maybe your wife rule you. Maybe not. But she don't rule us. In fact, she has been removed so far from the black man at this point. They got 2 totally different pathologies. You know what pathology means, right? Pathology means the path that their life take, how it ends, how it begins. Made her like he made your woman? Huh? You finna find out the hard way, Bubba. Good luck to you, though. Good luck to you. Keep messing with him. Keep being seen with him. Keep laying down with him. God already, boy, I'm not going down that road. I'm not going down that road. Now, in 1970, they were coming in the houses on this street, James Franklin, going in people's houses looking for men. Oh, not just men. You couldn't have a television. You couldn't have a toaster. You couldn't have a radio outside of the man. And it worked. They used your mothering instinct against you, and it worked. And you've been separated ever since. What's this? 4 generations after the fact, and you still don't have a man. And your man don't have you. But I am not here to talk about you right now. I'm not even here to talk about you right now. That comes much later. If you sign the paperwork, of course. Will you be signing the paperwork? Call yourself. How many of these people running their ass around how about I'm a Christian. As they leave church, go right back to work on Monday after leaving the club Saturday night, and they act like it didn't happen. And they still think that they Christians. They still believe it. I don't know why. Well, yes, I do. God loved everybody. Here's another one. Jesus died for all our sins. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You're a liar. No, he died. And it is. Black women, black women was asking my wife and getting angry that all of her kids were by the same man. That pissed them off. You would think that they'd be proud. No, they were not proud. They were not proud, because as long as that type of woman is out there, then the other woman is going to always be the hope. Period. So what do? They try to make everybody a hope. This ain't just a white man. This your black woman too. I've seen it with my own, none of which exist in their lives. None of it. I call them African Americans, but you can call them whatever the hell you want to. It don't exist in their life. And because they want to be the standard bearer of womanhood, then straight women, meaning straight-laced, moral women, had to be gotten rid of, attacked. I said in 2019 that there was a war going on between the women or the ladies and the hoes. And the hoes won. You know how they won? Weak ass in the home. There's no God in you. And you probably shouldn't go back in that church because your pastor is a devil worshiper. You don't have to ask me. Ask your pastor, who is his God? I bet he don't say Jesus. In fact, here's what he's gonna do. He's gonna try not to answer it. He's gonna obfuscate, change the subject, dodge it, because he can't speak against the devil either. He better not do it, else he'll lose everything he got, which he got from you. He got from tricking you. But why you think the pastor can have a myth? And anyway, we are at the end of things. We're at the end of things. This their last go-round. This their last go-round. But before I go further, I got a question. What should be the penalty for enslavement? What should be the penalty for continued torture of the black family and the black man? What should be the penalty for Jim Crow, redlining? What should the penalty be? What should be the penalty for burning down stuff around these parts? And I'm going to hit them with some high velocity rounds. They better hope that demons don't die by bullets. And we ain't even got to the mysticism. This is just going to be the introduction. If they still standing after I blast that ass, then we bring in the mysticism and I'll eat them. I will simply eat them. I mean it. Eat them. They are nothing. Not the Anunnaki or anyone else who disbelieves. At this point, God says they are nothing. I don't got to respect you. God call you nothing. You shouldn't have made him call. We got 4 other people online with no works and no power speaking through AI voices. I am the Alpha. Nigga, shut up. Shut up before we come get your dumb ass. And they do shut up. Shit, I made one get back on the mic and say, I am not God. I am not Jesus. I know. But that's the shit that you're trying to sell. See, ain't gonna be but one. And it will be defended fiercely. Fiercely. Anything, anybody show up, claiming a bolt of lightning to come through the ceiling. He ain't gonna do nothing because your God don't exist. You are your God. That's why you believe in shit. Your God accepts whatever you do. That's why you love him. You got Jesus in your front pocket. You got a pocket Jesus. Well, I'm not gonna fit inside your pocket. I'm not gonna fit inside your pocket. I'm not gonna love the unlovable. I'm not gonna respect the unrespectable. Nowhere in the world. And I'm not isolated to Houston or Wayne. We're gonna get rid of that before the year is up. My mama wasn't qualified to give me a name. Sorry, mama. But she wasn't qualified to give me a name. She should have just marked on the birth certificate X. Or I don't know this nigga. That's his name. I don't know this nigga. Put him in a put him with the rest of the babies. Maybe you should name him. This one is glowing. I don't know what to name this one. And then she turned around and she gave me a slave name. A slave name. I last leave off, 2018. Let's move you up to 2021. Man, we ain't gonna play no games tonight. You niggas need to just shut the fuck up and watch what you say and watch what you do. When I say niggas, I'm using the term most likely. And I'm not talking about street niggas or hood niggas. No, I'm talking about niggas. Niggas. Those who are accepted by the system, and the system that gave them power and money. They thought it was power. It may be money, but it ain't no goddamn power. Because we don't want your money. We want your ass. Not your money. You ain't gonna buy your way to your place to stay. I'll give you some dope. I shit you not. I got into arguments over walking in my house and other people's house, and here's a bunch of little boys watching a grown-ass man put on a dress. Do I have to call him by name? Because it wouldn't be fair, but we're going to get to him by name sooner or later if he don't shut the fuck up. He needs to shut the fuck up. Get him the message. Shut up before I call you by name. But anyway, a bunch of little boys watching a grown-ass man, maybe it was subconscious, but the results were all the same. Emasculation of her own sons. In fact, I'm going too far, Lord, I know. I know I'm going too far. Then they went to say that masculinity, the natural state of man, was toxic. Imagine that. The natural state of man is toxic in America. That was round two. But before that, we need a sensitive man. Well, I'm not going to be sensitive. Horses almost killed by cows. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. That man does not exist. They had to create that man, especially in the black community. Or are they just Eurocentric, taking on the white man's ways and mores? Homosexuality comes through Europe. Through Europe. Go to Africa, go to Iran, go to any Middle Eastern country and find that shit. You ain't gonna find it there because it's forbidden, number one, and they don't fight with. I brought my own army. I keep telling you, you are surrounded. You need to come out with your hands up. You surrounded, fool. Ain't no you getting off this planet. This planet is a prison. This planet is a prison. You can't leave here. You can't leave. So where was they going with it? And why? Man, these people are so slow. It's easier to just be normal and treat people with equality and justice than it is to go through all 40s. They've been blacklisted, blackballing, sidelining, murdering, anything that they could do to hold black men down. And, put fear in his heart to tell his son, don't never stand up because they'll kill you. If you stand up, they're going to kill you. I done stood up and I done died 1,000 times. So man, killing means not a damn thing to me. Death is sometimes sweet. You understand what I'm saying? Death can be sweet. And God has not showed up. I would think that as soon as I hit the stage, it would be some big ass demigod standing there waiting to fight. No, they all fled. All the demons fled. All the spirits fled. They ran. All the dead gods fled. The fallen angels, they fled. Now they say it's the Anunnaki. Well, then you gonna get your and you gonna get your a new knot. Okay, don't worry about them. Yes, I have. They think I can't reach them. So let me tell the nigga up in New York, give him a warning. Let's give him a warning. You know the one who was I don't even use that word, who assaulted a black woman and still became a politician? That one. You know the one with the bald head that looked like a walking phalanx? That one. Nigga, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. I know you hear me, but I'm not going to call you by name because that's going to hurt you. That's going to hurt you because I don't have nothing kind, not enough. You do know that that's why they shave their heads, right? The shaved head is an act of submission, is a show of submission to the rest of white society. Now, what kind of man submits? I've only known women to submit, but apparently, here's my point, sir. You don't want to do this. You think you do. Then they asked this fool, what's one of the first places that you would like to visit if you become mayor? Israel. Sir, Israel's not going to be there. I hate fighting each other because they really don't got no love for each other. And then the self-survival kicks in. Self-survival. I don't even think he give a damn about his own mama, but that's just me. I've seen it with my own eyes. They all act like this. And they all say please at the end. I'm telling you what I know. They all say please at the end. Guaranteed to say please. I ain't seen one yet die like a man. I ain't seen one yet stand strong. Ballistic missiles, slow-moving missiles, fat missiles, long missiles, and all you doing is running. You ain't used nuclear weapons yet? I'm starting to believe that you don't even got them. I'm starting to believe that ain't nobody ever seen Israel's nuclear weapon stockpile, but they keep claiming we got nukes. You're a liar, sir. I'm not saying that you're lying about that, but you're a liar. You've lied about everything. Oh, and if you believe that you are the only ones that's going to go to heaven, and you are guaranteed to go to heaven, asking the United States to help you. So they must be your God, because your God didn't stop one missile. Not one bullet. What happened? See, all the lies are falling apart, sir. All of the lies are falling apart. You, sir, are of the synagogue of Satan. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And it's kind of goofy that you act like everybody don't know it. You getting hard to take seriously. I can't even see you as a real opponent, or also pompous. They don't believe anything. Here's what they believe in: a full belly, an AC house, a fine car, money in the bank. Beyond that, you don't believe in a damn thing. And this is becoming evidently clear. So once again, I'm going to insult you and your God. Damn your God. Your God is nothing. And that book you wrote called the Talmud, you probably shouldn't have wrote that. And after you wrote it, you probably should have burned it. But no, you let it all over the internet, and now the whole world has read it. And they see you as you are, and then you have, well, they scared now. They're scared now. But they're gonna flake more and more as their God don't show up. As it becomes evidently clear that nothing is gonna stop you or me or God. Nothing. God gave them 400 years. 400 years is up. What the hell were you trying to prove anyway? To act in this manner after the 400 years is up. See, all of the 250 burning downs of black communities and floods, burying them in war. Shall we call you Caesar? Rolls right off the tongue. Caesar. Or better, maybe we should call you Pharaoh. You see what we've done to him, right? Well, let me remind you what we've done to him. First, God said, let my people go. Then he sent a nigger like me and said, let my people go. And when Pharaoh stood up and said, they still not leaving, God set about a whole new plan and killed every last one of them. All of the Egyptians were dead. Why? How you think to lose things? You're going to lose property and you're going to lose money. Okay? Whether you want to or not, but it is the only way to get out of what we have planned for you. And who is we? Because some of you are saying, we who? Source. There are 7 of us. There are 7 of us. We are 7. We are source. We are one. Enjoy the rest of your night.